Alright, so in this previous video, I told you what you should eat in order to prevent dementia. And now, in this video, I'm going to tell you what you should not eat also in order to prevent dementia. I'm going to tell you some foods that may increase your risk of developing dementia, specifically Alzheimer's, in almost 30%. So you better pay attention to that. And if you like our content, please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons. With no further ado, let's go. So the silent thief and how your diet can jeopardize, can steal your memory. So dementia cases, they are projected to triple by 2050. So right now, we have around 50 million people around the world living specifically with Alzheimer. And that number is projected to go over 150 million people all over the world by 2050. And is there something that we can do about it? Because it is such a major health problem, and specifically for the individuals, for the families who have that terrible disease. And what can we do about that? There's no cure, there's no medication that we can use. What can we do? And specifically, what can we avoid? Okay, so here is the biggest one. If you can take one takeaway from this presentation of mine, from this video, it's this: please do not eat this ultra processed foods, because it is associated with almost 30%, 28% faster cognitive decline. So your mind becomes blurry, you don't remember things, and you may develop Alzheimer's just by eating those kind of things. If you're eating just okay, just once in a while, then not too bad. But if you're making a daily habit of eating those ultra processed foods, please, it's time to stop. Because what happens here, it's if you take a high blood sugar, if you have high blood sugar, then your brain starts dying. Your brain cells, your neurons, they start dying. That's why some people call Alzheimer's the type 3 diabetes. Type 3 diabetes, because you develop this insulin resistance inside of your brain. And then you have a lot of sugar on your blood vessels, and they don't go inside of your neurons that need that sugar to produce, for you to think. Your brain consumes 20% of the sugar that you eat, and but your it's becoming resistant to insulin, and that what happens there is that your cells start dying. Besides that, a lot of trash starts to accumulate both inside of the neuron and outside of the neuron. And that is how Alzheimer's begins. So processed diets, it triggers an inflammation, and then it kills your brain cells. So this kind of food, ultra processed foods, they will trigger this inflammation, and then your brain cells, they're going to start dying. So eliminate this kind of things from your diet. If you are reading the ingredients on something that you're buying and it says tomato, well, then that's great. It says it's just one, two, three ingredients, that's great. But if it's a huge list of ingredients and 70% of those you have no idea what it is, it's just a bunch of chemicals that they put there to preserve, to make it taste a little bit better, then please don't buy those. It's going to be bad for your health, for your general health. It's going to be bad for your gut health. It's going to be bad for your heart health. And if it's bad for your heart health, it is also bad for your brain health. Right? So this pre-packaged snacks, frozen meals, if you don't know what you're reading there, you should really avoid those. Try to eliminate. I know it's not easy. Sometimes I eat junk food as well, but let's try not to eat as much, and to our best, try to eliminate those. Now, limit the sweets from our diet. And limit means up to 5 servings per week, if possible less than that. Try to aim for less than that, but sugars, we need to limit that as well. This one, I may confess to you that I wasn't happy about it. I read the papers twice because I wanted to be sure about it. And if you want to read the medical papers that I'm using to talk to you about it, it's down here in the description of the video. But they say about meat, and they say that meat is not good. And I love meat. I'm from Brazil. We have these places there called churrascaria. So churrascaria, you can eat as much meat as you want, and it's so delicious. So I love meat, and they recommend that you restrict meat from your diet. But more specifically, red meat, and more specifically, processed red meat. So it's not just any red meat. Some studies they do not relate red meat to cognition decline, but specifically processed red meat. So if it comes on a package, ham, bacon, that kind of thing, it's worse. So try to restrict that. And by restricting, what they say is 4 servings per week. Again, try to avoid fried foods. I know French fries are good, but it's good in your mouth, but it's not good for your brain. So try to avoid these fried foods and aim for less than once a week to eat that, all right? Also try to reduce butter, margarine, especially margarine, okay? And what it means is less than 1 tablespoon per day. In moderation, you can eat cheese, but just once a week. Try to aim for not eating too much. And Western diet. If you think about the UK and the US and also in Canada, we eat a lot of junk food, and it's the perfect storm because here we have a lot of sugar, we have a lot of fat, and we have a lot of ultra processed food. And all these things put together, they cause your insulin resistance in your brain, they cause inflammation, they cause all that trash to accumulate inside of your brain cells and outside of your brain cells, which is the pathophysiology to develop dementia, to develop specifically Alzheimer's. So you want to avoid those things. And also it causes obesity. There are so many bad things that come from that. Okay, so practical guide, what you should do. Try to eliminate ultra processed foods, this kind of snacks, syntactic food, these things that you, like I was saying, you read and you don't even know what's inside. So many chemicals there, you don't even know. So try to avoid that. Sugar, beverages with a lot of sugar, juices with a lot of sugar. Try to aim for 100% fruit. Oh, it's more expensive, yeah. But your brain will thank you later. Also, processed meats like bacon, sausages, deli, you should also avoid that, or those kind of red meat. Fried foods, commercial pastries, and excessive alcohol. A little bit of wine, like I said in this other video, if you're already used to drinking that, and a little bit of wine, it's okay, but excessive alcohol is bad for your general health and for your brain health. So basically, your fork is the most powerful tool for your brain preservation. It can either draw you to dementia or can prevent that from happening. And it's up to you. And we need to start early. We need to start in our 30s or 40s. We cannot wait until your 70s. Although if you're in your 70s, you can do it now and you will feel better. When we try to eat more healthy, our general habits they become more healthy and we feel better with ourselves. I hope you enjoyed this video and see you at your next appointment.